What can I be? Am I gonna be a fashionista? No, I'm gonna be a fancy girl like, hey, I'm a fancy girl, nobody even worries about me cause I'm too fancy for them to look at me. Oh my gosh, y'all see a fancy girl in this room, they be like, hey, I'm too jealous. I just had to say I love you. You're too fancy, no box on my shoulder. You're too fancy, no box on my shoulder. If you want to be fancy like me, just get some clothes and dress like me. I like yourself. Hands on hands on deck, hands on deck, hands on deck. If you love me, then you say that you're too fancy for you. Too fancy for you. I'm too fancy for you. I'm too fancy. Who am I too fancy for? You. Shit. And one day I need to get a dress on. I'm so fancy I can look in the mirror so soon. You can see me, but I can't see you, cause I'm too fancy to look at you. And you're too fancy like a motherfucking stick. Reach all over my pockets, grabbing earrings, grabbing clothes, grabbing like this stuff. Then a fashionista. No, I'm just a fashion girl. Too fashion girl. I'm too fashioned than you. Too fashioned than you. Hey, everybody's not too fashioned than me. I'm fashion and you're fashion, not like you are not fancy. Look at me, look at me, look at me, Hey, I'm too pretty, y'all know you're not looking like me. I'm just too pretty, too pretty for you to look at me, too pretty. I'm like a princess, I'm maybe like a queen. I'm just too fashioned, 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 I'm just fashioner than you.